Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be discussing how to naturally get rid of bad odor under the armpits. I feel like that this needs to be talked about more, like odors and like things that go on with the body. For those of you who are subscribed to me and clicked on another video, thank you guys so much for clicking on another video. For those of you who are new here, I wanted to quickly say I went to school for holistic health. I learned everything from detoxing the body. I learned about skincare. I learned about overall health, over 100 different nutrition diets. So I absolutely love holistic health, and I try to every now and then, or most of the time, intertwine that into my channel. So if you want to see more content like that, where I'm mixing a bit of education mixed with my lifestyle choices that I just do on a daily and that I'm absolutely just passionate about, then go ahead and click on the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel, and let's go ahead and get right into it. So I first want to go ahead and talk about some of the reasons why armpit odor can be a thing, and honestly body odor in general. Body odor, just having a body odor, just like being really unpleasant, is not normal, and a lot of times it can have to do with the pH of your body. So honestly, I think that women have the most experience with this, because when our pH is thrown off, then it really does cause a lot of chaos in the body, such as bacterial infections. So when you have that happen and your pH gets thrown off, it's really important to get your pH back on track. Okay, so hormonal changes can also be a cause of body odor. So going through hormone changes can be a lot for the body, especially during times like pregnancy and just breastfeeding and like stuff that just makes the body go through a whole entire change. And we also all know that if you are doing a job or doing something that requires you to work a lot, you're going to sweat more, and if you don't have on the right deodorant, then it's going to smell. But I want to talk about your diet. So your diet has a lot to do with the way that you smell. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of body odor comes from what you eat. So if you eat a certain thing, then it's going to come out. It's going to come out from your body. It has no other choice. For example, when I first switched over to eating more natural foods and just having a more natural lifestyle in general, I did feel like my body was releasing a lot. But I wanted to point out that if you're wearing the wrong deodorant, and if you're wearing a deodorant that is very light, and you have a more stronger body odor, or you sweat a lot more, then you definitely want to steer clear of deodorants that are not strong enough for you. So to remove armpit odor, I'm gonna give you guys my recipe. I think this is on the internet already, but it's just a universal thing to do if you have stinky underarms, or if you're transitioning from a really bad diet to a natural diet, then you might want to do this as well. I have a video on my channel where I got rid of my dark underarms by doing like the lemon and the baking soda, but you can actually put this underneath your arms to kind of like detox your arms as well.
So for this DIY, you're gonna need 1 lemon, which is great for removing discoloration due to its natural bleaching properties. You're also gonna need baking soda, which is great for exfoliating the skin and also removing dead skin cells. Lastly, you're gonna need honey, which has great antibacterial properties. And of course, you're gonna need a small bowl. Now, I did eyeball the ingredients, but I will tell you guys that you do want to make sure you put at least 2 tablespoons of baking soda. And then I just dripped a little bit of that lemon juice in there. It's gonna fizzle a little bit, don't worry. That's, natural. Don't be alarmed. I did put a little bit too much of the lemon juice in there, so just make sure that you only put a tiny bit. Also, only put a tiny bit of the honey. What you wanna make sure that you put the most of is the baking soda. Alright, now time to apply the mixture to our armpits. And I went ahead and wet my spin brush, which is the Vanity Planet brush that I'm using. But you can wet your arm first. You have the option to do that. Then I wet my spin brush and went ahead and exfoliated my skin. Or, like I said, you can just regular brush your skin with the regular brush. And it went away in within 2 days, guys. After I applied that to my arm and exfoliated and all that stuff, I went ahead and take my hemp seed rag and I just go ahead and wipe that off my arms. Then I take that half a lemon that we barely used and I just put a lot of that juice underneath my arms and I allow it to sit underneath my arms for 15 minutes. Now you can allow the mixture that we put on the first time to sit underneath your arms for 15 minutes. That's what I was doing when I first started doing this. But now that I don't have to really do as much anymore because the discoloration is pretty much gone, I don't allow it to sit for 15 minutes anymore. But you have the choice to do whatever you want. So I'm going to allow this to sit, like I said, for 15 minutes. And when I come back, I just go ahead and take my hemp seed rag once again and pat it down dry. Or you can get into the shower because that honey is kind of sticky on your arms. So you can get into the shower. That's normally what I do. Wasn't much to it at all. I still have a little bit more to go on my arms, as you guys can see. But for the most part, I have gotten all of the discoloration. So I'm pretty happy with this DIY, and I just wanted to share it with you guys.
So if you're suffering from really bad body odor and really bad armpit odor, then you want to do this, I would say 2 times a week until the odor starts to subside. If you don't want to use baking soda, you can do apple cider vinegar and lemon juice and then mix that together and put it underneath there. I do find that if you leave this concoction underneath your arms and the baking soda underneath your arms, it will start to darken your underarms. So I know it's supposed to lighten it, but you don't want to actually leave it underneath your arms. So make sure that you wipe it off. I don't know if that's happening with anybody else, but for me, leaving baking soda underneath my arms does not work. So I had to wash it off after like 8 to 10 minutes. And make sure that you don't have any cuts or you didn't just get done shaving, because this concoction will burn if you do that. Honestly, taking probiotics will definitely help with body odor. So if you don't want to take an actual probiotic, you can eat foods that are high in probiotics, such as sauerkraut, kombucha drinks, things like that. That will help you actually get your probiotics. So this goes back to gut health, guys. I know you guys are like, oh my gosh, she talks about gut health all the time, but gut health is very essential. If your gut is out of whack, then it's actually going to have an effect on your body. So of course your gut is what has like the control of the pH. I don't know how it entirely works, but I know that your pH has a lot to do with the gut and the flora of your gut. And a lot of times some people can even be allergic to certain materials and your body's just like reacting to it. So that is something that I wanted to put in this video as well. Hydration, great diet, then you won't have as much of an issue with body odor. Of course, there's other factors that come into play that can definitely be something that trump everything that I just said. So make sure that if it's too bad that you go see a doctor to kind of see like what's going on with the body and what's going on with you. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up. And let me know down in the comment section if I missed anything in this video. I feel like that it was all over the place, but hopefully it was not, and that it was super helpful for you guys. But let me know down in the comment section if you're gonna try any of these tips or any thoughts that you guys have. I love seeing your comments and responding back to you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.